Hello and welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. And today I have the newest bottling from Glenallachie on my cask. Yeah, the new distillery of Glenallachie. Yeah, the Glenallachie is a recent single malt distillery. It has been a malt distillery before that produced for the blend industry as the malt part within blends, and they have been bought out by four British men, three of them Scottish, one of them English, and now they are having a single malt distillery, and they have quite a nice portfolio of whiskies, as they had enough stock to just present them, and they've bought a lot of wood from all around the world, as in casks, and they have finished a lot of these whiskies. And now we have the Glenallachie 8 years. It's the youngest in the core segment, and its malt was matured in PX, Oloroso sherry casks, as well as a small part of fresh American oak cask, and a bit of red wine barriques. Yeah, so I think I've tried the others before, and I've been to the distillery. What was notable of this distillery is that they have a very well fermented wash. So when they have fermented their mash into the wash, or beer as they call it, you have I think it was 110 hours of fermentation, but they thought about reducing it to 90, which is still extraordinarily long, and that gives you a very fruity character. Above 70-80 hours is very fruity. By the time I visited the distillery, it was the longest fermentation time I've ever seen. Now I've seen other distilleries that have even longer fermentation times. So let's have a look. So what you instantly get is a nice fresh and fruity red wine with an overtone of sweetness. They give it a little bit of what is that kind of sweetness? First I thought it was sugary, but now it's more of has a creamy touch to it, like a liqueur or honey, something like that. And very much red wine. But although it has a bit of a very fresh overtone to it, so it is younger, and it has a bit of it has still some sharp edges. Nice. Quite intense. It has 46% ABV, and as it's 8 years, it still has some edges to it. It doesn't have any faulty notes in it, but it's a nice mixture between fresh fruits and a lot of sweet notes going on, and a lot of, I would say, grape, red wine notes. So it feels a little bit like a fresh red wine, and still some oak is in there as well. So it's nice, and some of that fresh American white oak comes through as well. So a little bit of that sweetness that you know from the bourbon in a very much subtle way is also in there as well. Kind of came up with a 12-year-old. Not quite. It feels like an 8-year-old. The 12-year-old is much more mature, and the 15 and the 18, and this here is more fresh, more fragrant. You have a bit of citric acid in there, and it feels younger, but still a very nice whiskey. So 8-year-old Glenallachie, nice sherry wine kind of whiskey, and I think they are non-chill filtered, no color. So with that color, there is quite a lot of PX and Oloroso sherry casks in there, and you feel that you have a very nice additive maturation, a good amount of subtractive maturation already, but not as much as you would expect from all the whiskies. Yeah, so that was my review with the Glenallachie €8. Have you already have it in your glass? Then write it down in the comments below, because it's quite an affordable and acquirable whiskey. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.